Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Countryman channel, the biggest YouTube channel govern the world, worldwide. Countryman, some of them boy have some. Them have some bottom feeder. Them are dead to bumbo clad, bottom feeder. You are dead rascal, bottom feeder. Countryman, light them up. Pass the front up. Look, let's say you seaweed. We no smoke with fish. This are no seaweed. How man touch them up? Free weed. How man feel love us to shit the weird leader from body them ban. Harrier breed them no in a mile and check it as you see speed as she. Give me the front or you think me lead baby born. 9 months ago she get breed. Them are some bottom feeder. You are dead to bumbo clad, bottom feeder.
It's countryman again. Just I lick you with some wisdom, and I lick you with some knowledge. You gotta take inside your brain. It's a son, I've learned a lot out of reading people faces. No matter how them are going, like them original, them fake. You gotta know when to walk and know when to run and know when to fall and know when to stand.
What's up, everyone? This is Countryman coming to you with some real talk about a recent Trinidad Express article on West Bank Record, Plumpy, the Six Gang, and more. Now, I got to say this about mainstream media. It's about time them catch up with what we have been discussing in the YouTube community. When I say we, I mean vloggers like myself. I've been discussing this about West Bank for about 2-3 years now. Now, let's break it down and see what's really going on. First of all, I want to say big respect to all my loyal viewers who have been following this story from the beginning. Y'all know that I was the first to connect the dots with West Bank Record and the Six Gang way before the Express picked it up. I spoke about Django, I spoke about, you understand, I spoke about the connection, I spoke about Yo Killer. All the videos are there. No, but there is the thing, while it is good to see that it is getting wider attention, I got to ask myself, or we got to ask ourselves, why did it take so long for traditional media to catch on? Are they really in touch with what's going on the streets and in people's lives and in real people, the gangs and everything? Are they really in touch with what's going on the streets? But here's the thing now, while it is good to see this issue is getting a wider attention, we have to say to ourselves, what can we do to solve this problem? Now, in this video right here, we're gonna deep dive into the Express article and compare it with what I have been saying all along, and most importantly, discuss what this means for our community. Now, I look at the facts and we'll separate the truth from the hype, you understand, and talk about where we go from here. Remember, it's not about who break the story first, It's about making sure our voices and our community is safe and making sure our voice is being heard. So let's dive into this. I'll do the comparison, and this really is a trying time for Trinidad, Jamaica, St. Kitts, all of the Caribbean island them when it comes to this gang situation. Now, stay tuned and lick the like button if you like what I'm doing. Let's go.
A $100,000 $678,000 bounty was placed on the head of Trinidad dancehall artiste Scott Emmanuel, aka Plumpy Boss, who was shot in St. Martin 1 week ago. It comes as warfare between Trinidadian Gang 6 and 7 continues to escalate. Emmanuel, who was shot in the head and had a bullet lodged in his brain, was transported to Trinidad last week for medical treatment after his mother, Sandra Emmanuel, pleaded for him to be brought home during an interview with CCN TV6. Emmanuel is currently out on bail, having been charged with being a gang member and for drug trafficking. He was charged on July 1st with being a gang member, professing to be a gang member, and professing to be a gang member in order to promote a gang. Plumpy's shooting is going to bring new violence. He was a prized artiste who brought in money. Plumpy allegedly promoted the 7 gang through Trinidad music. His heavy collaboration with Jamaican artiste Kevon Skeng Douglas brought much attention to him, a high-ranking intelligence source disclosed to the Sunday Express, adding that they are in constant musical battle with another Jamaican artiste, who they say allegedly represents the 6 gang. The gang conflict has spilled over to several Caribbean islands, including Jamaica, Grenada, and St. Martin, where both sides have growing pockets of gang members, according to top intelligence sources. Intelligence sources told the Sunday Express the gang warfare is also being played out in a musical war between the rival gangs, with the main man who is pulling the strings of the 6 gang based in Tortola. He is responsible for the assassination attempt on Emmanuel, sources said. This individual, known in the underworld as Killa, also has assets in the entertainment business. We received information that the shooters were paid $100,000 for the hit. It could have been possible that the suspects are a mixture of shooters from 2 Caribbean islands, but that's still under investigation, a top-ranking intelligence source said. We have solid information that the order to kill Plumpy Boss came from behind prison walls in Tortola from Killa. He is also responsible for the hit on Jamal Walker, aka Django, who was shot and killed along Wrightson Road, Port of Spain, on December 18th last year. $6 million TT was paid for that hit. The senior intelligence source said that Killa, who also has connections in North America, has also ordered a hit on the main financier of the 7 gang, a Trinidadian based in the United Kingdom. The Sunday Express exclusively reported on an attempt made on the UK-based man's life last year when he visited Grenada. The high-ranking intelligence source explained some of the interconnected history of the gang warfare that has also been translated into some of the music put out by various artists who engage in dysleborix against rival gangs. The 6 and 7 rivalry is highly active in both Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica. In May 2023, when Anthony Reyes, stage name Wacko Dan, was murdered, a couple days later, upcoming dancehall artist Mad Dog 6X was among 3 killed in the St. James area of Jamaica. Similar to Plumpy, he and the other persons were invited to the area and killed, the intelligence source said. He described the shooting of Emmanuel as a way to hurt the financial gains of the 7 gang. It was seen as an opportunity to take away from the head of the gang, a man known as Prezi, a financial asset and mouthpiece for the 7 gang. It was just a matter of time before something like this happened, the source explained. The 6 gang has been growing in popularity not just in Trinidad and Tobago but across the Caribbean, and it is becoming a worrying trend that law enforcement authorities are trying to curb, the source said. The 6 leader in Trinidad has over 48,000 followers on Instagram and a wealthy financier who hails from Tortola, together with a powerful owner of a growing record label in Jamaica. Going after Plumpy Boss and his entourage was easy, said the intelligence source. Sources say Tortola-based Killa had made an approach to Prezi more than 3 years ago to conduct illicit operations. About $100,000 was wired to the account of a relative of Prezi, but he never acceded to the request, and later Killa made the same approach to the 6 gang leader and he accepted, said the senior source.
That was Newsday clip. I am going to play my clip next, and I want you all to be the judge of this. But before I do that, I want to elaborate and say that if you guys want to see the whole series of video I did on Django and Yo Killer, Prezi West Bank studio, just go to the channel and type in, do a search and type in Django and you'll see that, or type in Yo Killer or Django and Yo Killer, just alternate and you'll see all the series of video that I did. You understand? Now, everything they played in that Newsday Trinidad Express piece I talked about. Maybe the only thing I didn't talk about is the amount that was paid to get rid of Django. But everything else and more. So I'm gonna play my clip and then I'm gonna come back and elaborate on some other things, because I really want to talk about even Plumpy Boss that people said he's dead. It's kind of crazy. But listen to this. Let's go.
Say you're back from rich man. Tell a pussy in a gun dip down. Like Chinese war, so the clip down. Chop it up and make you fall from the distance. You know one on a discharge, not a big dog. I saw you disappear if you never did back. Me no walk up a kilo, me no just a sing song. With the people your mother tell you keep from. Z-Tech full of bam like Islam. You feel me carry, come in know the enemy. Them a free, and me know they not sorry for me. People are
Now, see that brother there dance up and down in the video. Him play a big part in what is going on with 6 Dan. Now, the brother there, his name Yo Killer, and he is from the West Bank studio. Now, I did a video on Yo Killer, and I did 1 video, 2 video on him, and how West Bank is mixed up in the music industry and in the drugs industry in Trinidad, and how West Bank came into Trinidad and used the money and the drugs to manipulate the man them and manipulate the music thing. He is affiliated with Swanee and other people, and he is the one backing 6 Dan. So when you guys have a chance, you can listen to the video. But what I'm gonna do, since I'm doing this on Trinidad now, I am gonna re-edit those 2 part 1 and part 2 and re-upload it so you guys can watch it. But this guy here, Yo Killer, he plays a big role in what's going on in Trinidad with the 6 and the 7. I want to tell you guys about it. So, believe it or not, Django and Yo Killer, they were doing business together. Now, Yo Killer, once they drop into Trinidad, the West Bank, they try to buy out all the so-called music record label gangster them like Prezi and 6 Dan and other people. But Django seems like he was doing big business, baby powder business, you understand? That kind of hustling business with Yo Killer, cause listen, I'm telling you, Yo Killer them, when they're getting coke, they get like £1,600. So I heard there was a falling out over 100,000 US, or it could be more, but Django had a falling out with Yo Killer about money. When this happened, Django stopped dealing with the 6 people and the 6 boss and stopped dealing with Swanee. I remember one time, I think it was last year, when Swanee was at an event, Django was there and he went up to Swanee and and grabbed the chain and Swanee neck to take it off, but it wasn't the West Bank chain, because you know West Bank give enough of the artists them chain from squash go right back, so he kinda leaves Swanee. So after that, Django started linking with the 7 camp. That's when him and Prezi started doing their little thing and doing their hustling program, and I guess they were making an ass of money. Now remember, Prezi don't like West Bank either, because I think out of all of the so-called producer them and record label, Prezi was the only one to hold out on West Bank, and then Django and them fell out and start linking with Prezi. So that takes me to the next part. So the word on the street is that West Bank, let me use the word alleged, put out the hit on this man, Django, because Django was a notorious figure and him and them fall out, and then Django started linking Prezi. You know Trinidad is a small place and everybody know everybody business, believe it or not, you understand? And that's why this war jump off. Now,
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
that was one of my clip, or one of the clip, a clip out of one of the video that I've made on Django, and I've made a series of video on Django, on West Bank, 6 Dan, Prezi, the 7, the 6. So like me say, you guys be the judge, because this, I started talking about this and the whole linkage, and I even warned the 7 them about West Bank and the power, and even about hiring, setting up a party and then make a man get shot, because you know Jamaicans originate that style when enough man a dead a party at Jamaica, in a New York and all over America. Man keep party just to kill a pussy. You understand? In their eyes. You understand? So as we move forward, this is a very serious development, a very troubling development. The authorities, people are saying the authorities them a drag them foot, which I think they are in a lot of these Caribbean islands. The Trinidad Express article was off key with certain things, because the 6 gang in Jamaica is not prevalent, it's not pervasive. The 6 gang in Jamaica is about money and chopping and this and that. It's not about just, oh, we fighting over fucking music, returning a music war into reality. You understand? It's a whole different environment. I wouldn't say they penetrated Jamaica. You understand? Now, as in terms for the 6 boss, which is Squash, he do have a linkage with West Bank. You understand? And, you know, that's just what it is. Now, somebody was saying Vibes Cartel came out and put stuff out with Squash. Well, guess what? You know, Cartel might like Squash. But I have also said that West Bank, they're gonna try and get to Cartel and throw a big bag of money at him to see, you know, if Cartel is gonna move or shake towards them. So, like I said, the dancehall, the reggae, the Trinidad scene right now in terms of Trinidad and the islands, them, it's looking dire. And it's a new era. Now, I spoke also about, you know, we need people in this fraternity to start speak up. We need people outside the fraternity. We need to find a common figure who can bring these 2 gangs together. I have also talked about Skeng, that Skeng is getting himself caught up in this Trinidad dance, Trinidad shit, and he doesn't even know what was going on, know what is going on, because when he goes to Trinidad, the man them shower him with gal, pussy, money and big chain. You understand? And the list goes on and on. This is very troubling. And in terms of the 6 gang, they cannot operate like how they operate in Jamaica, like how them operate at a place. You see how Jamaica police just spread out 5 niggas for go rob bank or whatever the hell they was robbing, Jamaican police, them not play. But on the other hand, also the Jamaican gang them, they're more about money and more organized. And I hate saying this because I'm not supporting gangs, but there is a real big difference, and I've been pointing this out for years and years and years and years, and now everything that I've talked about and that I've said, it's coming to play, and people now they're talking about it. Now I see some erroneous news going on that Plumpy is dead, and they say a certain bloggers or certain vloggers out there is putting that out. It just goes to show you that people are just doing this just for views and not really taking into account other people's life or situations, which I don't do that. I don't do this for views. You see what I'm saying? I do this for truth, rights, and justice. I may not be perfect, like I said, but there's just certain things I don't stand for. So once again, this is another proof. People saying Plumpy Boss died to show that we're actually, and I'm going to use this word now, we, and when I say we, I'm saying societies, we are actually living in a thing right now what is called blood sport. You understand? We're actually living in a real life blood sport. I'm quite sure y'all are familiar with some of these movies like Running Man, and there are other movies out there where people capture people, and then what they do, they hunt them for sport, which in terms coined the word blood sport. And that's really the kind of time we're living in, and it's so unfortunate. But for everybody, Plumpy is still doing good. He's alive and he's recuperating, and the doctor them did a great job, and his family is doing good. Them just a wait like everybody else. You understand? So Plumpy is doing pretty good from what I heard. Now with that said, my name is Countryman. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and click on another video. I'm out.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.